Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to You Start Conference. I'm honored to be here. I'm the Master of Ceremonies, and my name is Evan Nisselson. Are you guys awake? On the count of three, I want to hear a ciao from everybody. 1, 2, 3. Ciao! 1, 2, 3. That's better. We'll see if you guys are still awake a little later. So, I'm the Master of Ceremonies today, and I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years in Silicon Valley, New York, and Europe. This is not my day job. For some reason, I think they like the hat, and they invite me to be the Master of Ceremonies. Another reason is because I've been a part of a company that went public. I've started other companies, about 3 or 4. Some have succeeded, and some have failed. And what I love is helping entrepreneurs avoid the mistakes that I've done and do the things that I did well, and working together to build successful companies. I'm also a mentor at 500 Startups, Seed Camp, Techstars in Trento, Founders Institute, and a couple others. And from that, I look at investing in imaging in video startups and business-to-business software services. It's a $1 million fund, and I'm based in New York and spend half my time in Europe looking to find companies in Europe that have business viability in the United States, and then I help them come over there. One of the most important things that I frequently talk about with entrepreneurs is this big challenge that we frequently say we're going to do something, and people say, no, you can't do that. You know, that's impossible, right? So how many people here has ever heard somebody say, no, you can't do that? Okay? So the rest of you are sleeping, because we've all heard the word no. And so after 20 years of being an entrepreneur, I've realized that no does not exist in my vocabulary. And I don't think it should exist in yours. No really means not now. Because when somebody says no, whether or not it's an investor, a client, your girlfriend or boyfriend, your parents, the goal is to get from the no to a yes. And try to figure out how you can prove that your service is better, that they should make a lot of money with you, that you're a great boyfriend or girlfriend. And so the key is trying to figure out how to get a no to a maybe, and a maybe to a yes. And it's not disagreeing with people, it's figuring out how to get them to that next stage. The other thing right now is really important. From Silicon Valley, the model of give forward, or helping somebody else without getting something in return, is also very important. And I want you to think about something that frequently in Europe, it's not the same, it's starting, but the goal of trying to help somebody else and not asking for anything will really grow the ecosystem. So I have a challenge for all of you. If you don't help one person today, you fail yourself, and you fail all the rest of us. So we're going to do some games later on that's going to help start this. But it's a really important thing. So frequently somebody says, I'll help you, and then they tell me, what do you want from me? I said, no, I don't want nothing. I just want you to succeed. So we have to remember that that's absolutely critically important. I am going to talk about, today, really excited that we have speakers and startups from all over the world, from South America, South Africa, from Russia, from Brazil, from Italy, from Europe. And it's a fantastic combination of a global world where a startup can start from absolutely anywhere. I want to give thanks to Love the Sign, who have created and brought all these design chairs and carpets and other things over here, which obviously reiterates Italy has phenomenal businesses, phenomenal creativity, and now hopefully as a group here we can help each other build more phenomenal startup technology businesses and find ways to succeed together. I want to kick off the day with a 2-minute video, and they're going to roll that right behind me about You Start. And let's take it away and watch that.
Since January 2012, using our knowledge of local emerging markets, we have been singling out the most promising tech companies from around the world.
What you become, what you become, what you become.
Now, for the second year running, we bring the world's best opportunities to Milan. To connect the most dynamic entrepreneurs with investors focused on innovation and driving progress.
I can never make you miss me, no matter how long I disappear. But believe me, my dreams are not the best place to meet. To hide out, hide out, hide out in the night. Hide out, hide out, hide out in the night. At night, I could never make you miss me. I could never make you miss me. I could never make you miss me, miss me, miss me. I could never make you miss me. I could never make you miss me.
All right, now I have the honor to introduce and bring out Stefano Guidotti, the CEO of YouStart. Let's give a round of applause for Stefano. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the YouStart Conference 2014. And well, due to my present situation, I could start with a motivational speech on how the path to success is paved with traps, or how you have to fall to rise up again stronger, but I will leave the much better people that will follow up on stage, including, and first of all, our great MC of the day, Evan Nisserson, to give you the inspirational part of the conference. What I do want to tell you is that, as you've seen in the short video we've shown, today is the last step in a year-long journey that have taken us from the Bloom Conference 2013 through the 4 great local events that we've organized in Cape Town, Sao Paulo, Moscow, and Lugano, up to today's conference. And the YouStart Conference is the live and living expression of what we as YouStart do to support private investors, family offices, and high net worth individuals, as well as structured ones, VCs and corporates, in scouting the best tech companies and digital opportunities in Europe and the emerging markets of the world. And we do that through the local knowledge that we have of those markets, thanks to our physical presence there through the 8 offices that we have in Europe, Latin America, and Africa. But why focusing on Southern and Eastern Europe and emerging markets rather than on more structured and, I know, somehow easier ones? Well, first of all, because we are deeply convinced that in the digital era, talent is everywhere. And through the growing penetration of internet and smartphones, through the interconnections of minds and thoughts allowed by also the social networks, and through the tools that EdTech and e-learning are giving us to spread knowledge everywhere, this trend will just keep growing. Therefore, we are convinced that focusing the search for opportunities to the Silicon Valley alone means forgetting about 80% of the opportunities available in the global market. Then, secondly, there is also a price factor. The upsurging ecosystems where YouStart is actively scouting for the best tech talents and the disruptive innovations offer a much more attractive price for the great opportunities that they have compared to more structured markets. And that price advantage pays off for the inherently higher risks that those markets may pose. And then thirdly, if we look at the numbers, In the last 5 years, emerging markets on aggregate have added more than 700 million new internet users to the headcount, compared to 50 million in the US and Northern Europe. 700 against 50. And what does that mean? It clearly means that new, great opportunities, markets to be conquered, clients to be acquired, are more and more there in the emerging and fast-growing economies of the world. And the companies closer to those markets and that better understand those market needs are the ones better positioned to win in the competition for market shares and clients, and most probably be the billion-dollar companies of tomorrow. And it is starting from these considerations that we have put together the YouStart Conference series and have gone scouting the best tech companies in our networks in Brazil, South Africa, Russia, and Europe. And in the 4 local events we've organized, we had more than 1,000 attendees and have selected the 20 companies that will be pitching today and tomorrow out of more than 1,200 applicants. And those 20 companies will be competing in these 2 days for the YouStart Conference Global Competition. And the best one from each of the 4 geographies will be awarded a €15,000 award of a prize of business development from YouStart, while the global winner will be awarded a €60,000 worth support of fundraising and roadshow throughout Europe from YouStart. In the 2 days of conference, we will also give you a deep overview of the level of complexity and structure of the local ecosystems and of the quality of the investment opportunities available in 3 key markets for us: Brazil, South Africa, and Turkey. But we also want to give our foreign guests a perception of the level of dynamism that, regardless everything, still permeates our hosting country, Italy. And we want to do that through the moments that we have called the Italian Excellence on Stage, and through the Lewis and Labs Investor Day that we've included in our conference program for tomorrow. But first of all, the YouStart Conference is a moment of learning, sharing, and benchmarking. So we have invited great representatives of the VC ecosystem in Europe in the 3 investors roundtable for today and tomorrow that will give us an overview of the tech trends for the future, of how investors give value besides the cash they put in a company due to their different natures and backgrounds, and how the corporate world is starting to play a role in the VC ecosystem. Then, though, as I said, we focus in our search for the best opportunities and talents in Europe and emerging markets and fast-growing economies, well, we all know that there is still one single ecosystem we all have to look at to learn how to create a better landscape for investors and entrepreneurs alike, and that market is the US. The 3 keynote speeches that we'll have during the 2 days of conference are meant to allow us to take notes on the steps that we have to take to bridge the gap between our countries and the US to create a better environment that let entrepreneurs creating better, more profitable and scalable companies, and capital being channeled more efficiently towards them. The first keynote speech in order of appearance will be by Tom Kellish, CEO and founder of Tommy Copper, and recently awarded Best Entrepreneur of the Year for the state of New York. And Tom will give us hints on how to build solid and profitable businesses that disrupt mature industries, such as the sport apparel one, through innovation and technology. Then, tomorrow morning, we have the great opportunity to listen from Ash Fontana from AngelList, how the deal-sharing platform is changing the way seed capital is deployed in the US, and how the platform is building a brick that is set to change the way entrepreneurs and investors work together. Then finally, tomorrow afternoon, we have our friend Marco Marinucci from the Mind the Bridge Foundation, which is actively supporting Italian and European startups in lending in Silicon Valley to test their products, understand the local ecosystem, and reshape their models to be in a better position to compete with local Bay Area companies for clients, users, and investors. Finally, one of the key reasons why we have put together the U-Star conference is for you to do business. Because networking is key in every industry, but in our one is even much more so. So we'll do our best to make sure that you do meet the people that can make these 2 days of conference even more significant for you. So please ask us for directions and support to do that. Now, let me just close this brief introduction with a word of thank you to my great team for the incredible job that they do each and every day. And as you may know, in the weeks approaching a conference, working days are approximately 20 to 24 hours long ones. So you can easily identify the U-Star members from the big purses they have under their eyes. And also a word of thank you to our sponsors, partners, friends, and first of all to our families, because they give us the support to do a job that we love. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again, and let the show begin.